All right, all right. Check 1 2 1 2. Can you hear me? Can you hear us? Are you ready? Are you ready? What's going on, fam? What's going on, fam? It's your man, VACAY-J. We are in the building. What's happening? What's popping? What's going down? What's good? Namaste, all that good stuff. All right. How's everybody doing out there? It's your man, VACAY-J. You already know what it is. We are back. We are back. We are back with part 2 of Tyler Perry's Beauty in Black. And I'm here with my guest co-host, as always. Y'all already know how we do. The macaroni Tony. There is no phony. Tika Deshawn is in the building. What's good?
What's up, y'all? What's up, Jay? Listen, I felt so good. I had to put my stripper pole hair on, okay? I felt so good about this show. I was just so excited. So, yes, I'm ready to dive in.
You ready to dive in? You ready to dive in? Okay. Let me check the vibe. Let me see what's going on. So, you're excited about it, right? Again, today we're talking about just episode 9. We are excited to come back to talk about it because we already know, it's a highly anticipated episode. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, what did you rate the episode 9 of Beauty in Black?
Shush. Episode 9 was a 10. And I'm extra, but it was a 10 for me. Kimmy, listen, Kimmy. That's all I can say. In episode number 1, straight out the gate, they're coming in hot. That's all I can say. So,
man, coming in hot, coming in crazy, coming in wild again. Tyler Perry, waste no time. Thank you very much, because we didn't want another build up to the point to find out what happened to Body and to find out what happened to, Sylvie, and find out, we ain't want all that build up. We thank you for getting right to it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're going to do today. Shout out to everybody joining us today for the live as well. There's going to be a whole lot of lives going on. So we are busy tonight. So let's get right to it. I will not belabor anything. We're going to get right into these slides right here. So again, we're talking about episode 9, Tika. Okay.
Right.
And as expected, I wanted to know what was going to happen to this lady right here, right? We're talking about Body, because that's the last thing we saw. I know there was a lot of complaints because ain't nobody see Body really at the end of the last episode really get hit. But now we seeing it. We seeing the tires burning. We seeing all of that, man. What did you think about this whole beginning scene?
Listen, I was like, whoop that trick. Get a whoop that trick. I didn't care how it ended. I just knew I wanted Kimmy to go all in on Body because of all the torture and torment that she had endured fooling around with this whole Rain Club and Body thinking she in charge of everybody. So, yeah, I was here for it.
You was here for it. And Angel sitting by, as usual, standing by. He ain't really doing nothing, but all he did was just say, hey, move over. Let me get in the car. right? So we finally see Body. She is bodied, as they say. She is totally bodied. The booty is gone. She's gone. She is unalived in this mother freaking piece right here. We got another guest co-host coming on the line real quick. Let me bring her in. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about Letitia from Lighten It Up with Letitia in the building. What's good?
What up, Letitia?
Hey, y'all. I'm coming on in just a second. I was running. You know, we running at the last minute.
That's how we do. You know what I'm saying? We running, we doing, we gunning. That's how we do. You know what I'm saying? There we go. We see you. What's good? How you doing?
Good. How y'all doing?
Doing great. First reactions. Great. Yeah. We here. We excited. We've been talking about this for months, right? It's finally here, right?
Finally, yes.
So you got a chance to watch the episode?
Oh my gosh! Like just finished a few minutes ago. I was listening to it because I was driving. Lord have mercy.
Good job. Hey, I've been in that situation myself. Me and Tika knows. You know what I'm saying? I've been in that situation where I'm just getting home, just finished watching, and just jump right on. So let's get to it. What was your rating for this particular episode 9 out the gate coming back on a scale of 1 to 10? Still there?
Yeah, you talking to me or you talking to?
I'm talking to you.
Oh, my bad. I
already got her rating.
Okay, so I'm gonna give it a 10. It came in so hot. Yeah. Oh my gosh. So yep, I'm gonna give it a 10.
You're gonna give it a 10. Okay. Yeah, we got a lot of 10s going on. Shout out to Tyler Perry. You know what I'm saying? The whole cast and crew, they got a lot of 10s going on. I'm gonna give it a 10 too. I'm gonna give it a 10 too. It wasn't slow at all, super fast, super getting into it. So as we were saying before, you know, Kimmy was just burning rubber, getting it in, messing up that car. I mean, come on. Like, where's my sister? That's it. That's all we want to know. And then we see the body laying on the ground, man. We out of here. We out of here, right? All right. So then we get to the fire. Okay. You remember what happened, right? You remember we got Charles's car that got shot up, right? It exploded in the whole nine. These guys are standing around. Fire truck still standing around, ain't taking out the fire, just standing around. I'm like, y'all gonna take out the fire or what? You know? And then we see Roy coming up. We see Mallory coming up. We see this other guy coming up, and he's like, you know, is that my brother? He's trying to get in the fire. You know, he's showing a little bit of emotion. Like, okay, I didn't even know you had a heart, bro. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know you had a heart. What did you think about, you know, his reaction? Like, were you expecting that to happen as far as Roy? And, you know, he got a little bit emotional too. What'd you think about that?
Yeah, regardless of the I'm sorry, go ahead.
Tika.
Okay. Regardless of the nature of the relationship between Roy, Charles, and their parents, they still love each other. They're still brothers no matter what. And so it didn't surprise me that he did have a little bit of emotion. He don't give a darn about no tricks, but he definitely loved his brother. So it didn't shock me. It kind of made me choke up a little bit because he did have emotion.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Letitia, any responses to Roy? I know you don't like him, but you know.
I mean, I don't like him, but I'm gonna tell you, this episode really helped me to see him in another light, which we always knew he had another side. All of that drinking and other things that he be doing, that's just a mask for the fact that he is an emotional person, that he's dealing with things, that he's hurt. So I'm totally not surprised that he had that reaction. Underneath it all, you could tell the brothers love each other. They still looked out for each other, even though they were always going back and forth. But yeah, no, I'm not surprised by this at all.
Okay. Good stuff. All right, let's get to it, man. Your man Norman is at home. Storming Norman, as you call him, Letitia. And he's looking at this picture. His wife is beautiful, man. Beautiful lady, right? True. So he looking at the picture. He all down and out or whatever. Right? But then he gets a call from the judge. You know, I don't know what he got his one hand on the phone. I don't know what he's doing with the other hand. Anyway, I'm just, you know, just an observation, bro. Like, get your hand on top of the
wow.
So he's on the
phone. Get your hands out my pocket.
You know, and he's talking to Norman and he's asking Norman, hey, you know what? Your brother called me. Should I go or not? Right? And he's like, yeah, you should go, man. You should go. But he's like, yo, am I stepping into a trap and this, that, and the third? And he's like, nah, man, you know, come on. Like, you know what you did. You know what you did. He's like, yo, I just gave a little bit of light sentences. That's it. He's like, that's what you want to tell yourself? You want to tell yourself that? Look, we paid you hundreds of thousands of dollars to do all this and that. It came from a strip club. We finding out, yeah, they all was in cahoots with each other. They all know about it. What do you think about this interaction here? I know you guys have, you know, more to talk about as far as the conversation. I'll start with you, Letitia.
I don't know. Okay, so I'm with Norman, because why are you calling me about this mess? Just go see the brother. Why you even have this conversation with me when I just told you that my wife died? Like, I don't even understand this. This judge is doing too much. I understand where he's coming from. He's like, okay, he doesn't walk into a trap, but either go or don't go. But either way, it seems like he's scared of both of them. So, boy, just go. I mean, what else can you do? He requested that you come. You know what the consequences will be if you don't show up. So, I don't know, strap up and get to going, I guess. I don't know what to
tell you. Okay, Tika.
Yeah, I think, I mean, his fear is genuine. It's necessary because these Bellary brothers are cold-blooded. You know what I mean? They could care less, and you could sneeze wrong and they be ready to pop off on you. So he was like, bruh, is there anything I need to know? And I understand, yeah, I know you just lost your wife, but is there anything that I need to know? Was there a conversation that you and Horace had that I need to be privy to? So that way, if I need to go in there packing, let me know. And so, you know, I felt like it was somewhat of a necessary conversation, but he shook. He don't know what to expect.
Oh yeah, he called him a weak man. You know, he's like, you are such a weak man. Just go over there, find out what's going on. You know what you did. You know what it is. It is what it is. All right, stop being a punk. Basically, stop
Right.
being a punk. All right, so Horace finally shows up to the scene. Right, he got mad questions, and to me, I feel like Horace, like, bruh, this has been going on for a while. I'm sure. I just made it down here. I need some answers. Like, this is on my property. Y'all should have already took out the fire. But, you know, Mallory's there. They're trying to comfort him, let him know what's going on. They finally put out the fire. Like, bruh, y'all should have been did that in the first place. And man, we seeing bullet holes on there. We seeing everything on there, and it's crazy. Yeah, man, he's just real stoic. This is your guy, Letitia. This is your guy right here, right? You really like this guy. This is your guy right here. You know, what was your reaction to Horace and the way that he was handling this situation?
I think he equally, maybe not be as, he wasn't as emotional, obviously, as Roy was, but he's still like, oh my gosh, that's my son. What I was really side eyeing in this scene was Mallory's
Okay.
reaction and how she had none.
Mm,
And how I'm like, I understand that you may have to be the cooler head or whatever, or the more, calmer one, but she literally had no emotion to the fact that this man, and they think that this man is gone.
mm.
And I just was looking at her like, girl, if you're gonna play the part, play the part. And you did so much to fake the funk later on. So why are you not? You sitting there in their face and you're not even consoling anybody. That's what's crazy to me. Not
Right.
so much Horace, because I'm like, that's still his son. He may not
Gotcha.
have liked him, but he loved him.
He loved him. Got it. Got it. Okay, Tika, your response to this whole scene right here.
Yeah, for me, Mallory is just the crypt keeper at the end of the day. Like, she has no feelings whatsoever. Um, none. Especially for Charles, because that's like, okay, if he's gone, that's another upper, like get
Extra
promotion. You know
share.
what I mean? That's
Extra
the
share.
extra share.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like,
Mm-mm.
that's more coins for me. And so it didn't surprise me that, she was that way, very stoic, very trying to remain in control, trying to see what was really going on with the situation.
Yeah.
But yeah, she, and the popo pulled up and let them know, hey, we not sure, let us just see what's going on, and then we could validate whether or not that's Charles.
Right, right. There you go. There you go. You want to see it hit. There go the emotions right there. Your man was about
Mhm.
to ball out for real for his bro, man. But we don't have any answers yet. But again,
Right.
we find out that, listen, his brother Charles didn't let anybody near that car, and he was real, real protective of that car. So who else would be driving? We would assume that it was Charles driving that car, right?
Mhm.
Right.
Okay, there it is, man. Oh man. Okay. All right, let's get to it. Wow, chicka, wow, wow. All right. We seeing somebody in the bed. I'm like, man, we just go from one extreme to the next, and here we go. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? Who's in this bed? It's hard to see. I'm trying to look under the covers. I'm like, who is that? What is going on here? You know what I'm saying? And we find out, man, this is Olivia getting busy with the young boy. His name is Tony. Okay. And she like, mother effer, you can't keep up. I'm like, dang. He's like, yeah, I guess I can't, right? And then they get to talking, and we find out that Tony is connected to the guys that tried to rob Horace. How do we know? Because she's asking what happened. He's like, I'm sorry. The guys never came back to the warehouse. If we remember what happened when those guys came up in there, Horace sprayed them, right? And then the phone rang, and then he had Angel answer the phone.
Yep.
And the guy was like, okay, meet you back at the warehouse. It must have been this guy right here. They was trying to rob Horace and give the money to Olivia. She is terrible, man. Terrible. Awful, awful, awful. Okay, I'm going to get your response. What's your first reaction to this scene right here? Add any more if you remember any more. I'm going to start with you, Tika.
Yeah, Olivia is out of control. Like, she is literally, and they've been saying this from, part one, that Olivia is worse than the rest of the family. Like, y'all think it's the men of the family. This woman right here, she is ruthless, and my other word is diabolical. She's
Diabolical.
both of those. Like, she didn't give a that. But the fact that she had her a piece of man up in there, I was like, well, okay then. All right then, grandma, mama, auntie, sister. Just because we old don't mean it seems the motion in the ocean stops. I was excited for her, at least at that moment. I didn't care that the fact that she done tried to set up her own family, but we'll get to that.
Wow. Crazy. Okay, Letitia, what's up?
My thought was not the church lady. She getting it in. She in the underworld. And I mean, because it's just funny because the last time we saw her, she talked about some. I had to leave that stuff alone. Y'all trying to bring the bee back in me and all of that, but it ain't never left. Like,
right.
damn, what is going on here? But I'm always gonna root for a villain. So listen, and she the female villain too.
Yes,
She gonna get a men. The males run for their money.
Man,
Way to go, mama. And hey y'all, hey out there, we see that comment.
What's good? Yeah. Like first off, I was surprised to see the girls were out. That's number one, because I've never seen, some of the girls. But for her to now talk about, I want it all, Tony. I want all the money that he took from me from the divorce, and I was supposed to get this and that, and that's why he's trying to rob Horace, because she wants all the money that she can get, obviously. But he's staying with her. He's like, I love you. She's like, man, you say that to the 20-year-olds. You don't love me. Get up out of here. You love my money. You love my money, right? You know what I'm saying? So she is in tune with everything that's going on, and she absolutely is definitely a crazy cougar. Okay, she's a cougar, but she gets a phone call, and she gets the phone call from Mallory Bellery, right? And this call came in, and she's like, it was an accident. She's like, was it Charles? She's like, how'd you know? How'd you know it was Charles? Like, how would you know? And then she just froze, right? It's like, you need to get down here. Mr. Bellery wants everybody to come to the house, whatever. And she just froze. The guy had to pick up the phone. She'll call you back. Like, are you okay? I mean, you know what I'm saying? She was like, he did it. Like, who? Who did it? Norman did it. So, I mean, is it safe to say that she's making a correct assumption, Letitia?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, she think anyway, so yeah.
Yeah.
Make the correct assumption.
Yeah. Anything you want to add, Tika, to this one right here?
Yeah, she's definitely making a correct assumption after them being accused of taking out what's his name? The brother. I know it and I don't know it right now. My brain cramped. But after being accused of taking out his wife, of course she's
Norman's
going
wife.
to. Yes. Yeah, of course she's going there. She's thinking there's about to be some payback from behind that, because he loved that lady. So at the end of the day, and he said it, I'm coming for you. And she knew fat meat wasn't greasy. So yeah, unfortunately, she's assuming correctly at the moment.
Man. Okay. Man, she looks totally shocked. All right. But then somebody else gets a phone call. You know who? What's his name? You remember his name?
Vanney.
Vanney.
Right? Vanney. Yeah, Vanney.
Vanney gets a call.
Fine, sexy. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
He ain't your type in this one. He ain't your type.
Yeah, I know. He ain't got to be. I'll type him.
You switch him back? You gonna switch him back?
I'll help him out.
So what?
So the man gets a call, and he's like, oh my God. And we know why he is very, very concerned about this, because that is Charles's little boyfriend, whatever you want to call him. Okay. Little friend. All right, here we go, boy. Man, Kimmy, she is on a rampage. She is pretty much verbally slapping Angel around. She's like, just go here, go there. We gotta find, what's her name? Who we trying to find? Big Lady.
We're trying to find Sylvia.
We're trying to find Sylvie, but we gotta find The other lady.
Delinda?
Delinda. There we go. Delinda. Yes. We gotta we rehashing, refreshing. We refreshing right now. So we looking for Delinda because we already took our body. So the only other person to know where Sylvie is Delinda, right? So she's like, yeah, come on, we gotta go here, go there. He's like, yo, we need to go back and go see Angel. Like, no, I don't need to do none of that. I need to find my sister. She is on a mission right now. How are you feeling about her attitude? Would you have the same attitude? I'm gonna start with you, Letitia, as far as finding your sister.
I mean, I would have the same attitude, but I would not have the same method because she is out of control. She ain't listening to nobody. It's gonna cause you to do rash things, and she's just irrational right now, and you can't think when you're irrational. She ain't already, but I can't stand Kimmy. She get on my nerves, but I will say, finally, she is sticking up for herself after all those years of putting up with so much junk. And now all the rage is there.
Oh, yeah. I mean, especially when you mess with family. Like, this is her little sister, right? So she was abused by her mother's boyfriend. We know about that from the first part 1. And to know and find out that her sister's being abused again, and now in the hands and the clutches of these guys who are already tormenting Kimmy is crazy. Tika, talk to me. What's your thoughts?
Vengeance is mine, says Kimmy. at the end of the day, listen, and for me, her actions, her mannerisms speaks to her age. Kimmy is still young.
Yeah.
And so she is in fight or flight type of situation right now. Right. And all she knows is to react versus trying to be proactive. So it's like, okay, bump all the shenanigans. Let's go by any means necessary. Let's find my sister. Yeah. You're driving too slow. I don't care if the car's about to overheat. We need to go and find my sister. And so, that's just where her thought process is right now. And of course, Angel, because he kind of has such somewhat of a guilty conscience of putting Kimmy in that situation, he has no choice but to do, what Kimmy is telling him to do.
Right. I mean, like I said, she verbally slapping him around. He talking about, yeah, we need to call a guy who owns this car. It's like, I don't need to call him. I don't care about that. We need another car then. Find another car. Make some phone calls. I'm like, dang, okay, big boss Kimmy. All right, that's the next. We're going to change her name to Big Boss Kimmy now. You know what I mean? So now here we go. What's his name, Letitia? What do I call him? Because I know you got it down there.
You call them Jules with the Jules. This is all Stankin' Jules.
Stankin' Jules. So we got Jules. He comes to the, to the site where the fire was going on, where the car was all exploding, and he's talking to the cop. He's like, yeah, we found something. We got to put this in evidence. He's like, let me see it. It's like, nah, we got to put it up. Just give it to me. And then we find out it's a watch, and it says to Charles, and he's like, it got to be Charles, right? Because this is his watch. Who else would have a watch that says to Charles, right? So he's doing a little investigation, whatever. Any thoughts on this right here? Anybody?
He did what I expected him to do. He's gonna infiltrate the police because he is one of the police. You know what I mean? He got the answers, or what he thought were the answers, and it doesn't surprise me. Jules is just another dirtbag that I just don't even like for him to grace the screen at this point. But yeah, it didn't surprise me. He has pull, and he got that watch. So
right, okay.
Yeah, but he gets it. He gets the evidence and everything for the wrong reasons. That's why I can't stand him. I'm like, I don't know. I don't like the going back and forth thought. Just cannot trust people. And he from the very beginning, I said this though. I never trusted Jules.
Yeah,
never. I'm with Mallory on that one.
Yeah. He gets evidence and gets all that to cover things up. That's what it is. He's the Mr. Cover Up, right? He's trying to cover up for Norman. He's trying to cover up for Horace. He tries to cover up for everybody to keep everything kind of copacetic and keep it running. For the most part, even though they may be mad at each other, he still is not telling the truth to either one of them. Like, that's somebody you got to be careful. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that plays both sides of the fence, all sides of the fence, man, you can't trust them for nothing.
At all.
So he gets in a car and he's like, Norman, did you do this? It's like, I don't know what you're talking about. My wife just died. He keeps running his, my wife just died. Come on, man. My wife just died. My wife just died. And he was like, come on, man. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Norman finally confesses and says, yeah, I watched that thing burn. I burnt it up. Like he was just totally admitting to everything. At this point, does Norman give a F about anything or anybody, Tika?
Not at all. Not at all. He don't care if you bleeding out your, never mind. He does not care. All he cares for is his wife, and he don't have time. He's grieving. He don't have time to care about anything else. And
Yeah.
so, I mean, what else? What would you do in that situation if it was somebody just carelessly took out your wife and you kind of have an idea of who did it because only so many people go up and down this main road. You know what I mean? This
Right.
private road on top of that.
Yeah. Yeah. Any thoughts, Tisha?
Nope. That summed it up.
Okay. Good stuff. Man, so the car breaks down as we expected, right? She's like, make some phone calls. Like, she is so bossy, dog. I'm like, dang. I mean, it's only right. It's only right. Angel's the one that got involved in all of this stuff off top, right? So you're going to talk to Angel any type of way, you're validated. You're definitely validated. But while he's making phone calls, she makes a phone call to her raggedy ass mama. Okay, raggedy Ann and Andy mama. Okay, and she's like, "Yo, what's going on? What did you do? Did you sell it? What's happening? I don't want to hear this. We found out that you was a stripper. You're not a nurse, and all of this and that. Man, it's like she was just so negative towards Kimmy, and Kimmy was like, "Listen, if I don't find my sister, I'm gonna come see you and that dude. All right, I'm gonna pay y'all a visit for real." And I guess her mama's just like, whatever. She thinks she's just a stripper. We don't know. She don't know that Kimmy's on beast mode right now. All right, especially for Sylvie. All right, so Letitia, what was your first reaction to her and her mother's conversation here?
It's all whenever she encounters her mama, I'm always like the freaking audacity and just damn nerve. I mean, her mama is so trifling, and how dare her be so freaking judgmental of her as if, okay, if you wanted her to be a nurse so bad, why would you think that I feel like that she feels like she contributed to her being a good person. I'm like, you didn't contribute anything to her life. You literally dropped her off with $10, but then you expected for her to learn some life skills real quick, become a nurse and go. And not saying that people can't because they could. However, how dare her judge her when the reason why she's in this life is because of her mama in the first place.
Mhm.
I cannot stand her mother is just a trifling character and got the nerve to still be defending that fool. Oh, he was good to me. He was good to you. While he was touching her? How?
Mm.
They should charge you both. Bye.
I agree. Tika, your thoughts?
Yeah, that's what trifling, abusive, disgusting, low down, dirty mamas do. That it's almost like she just despises Kimmy because she looked like she kind of had it when she was pretty young, and Kimmy kind of took that life away that she thought that she should have had. So it's almost as if she's just, for some reason, she just can't stand her own children.
Mm.
And I was just like, girl, Kimmy, go on to her, but get to her house, get to the trailer park, do whatever you got to do, beat her down. Can we say that? Yeah, do what you got to do. And because her mouth is reckless, she's so disrespectful towards Kimmy. And, just like Letitia was saying, like, you didn't even teach your daughter any real life skills. So how do you expect her to truly survive the legal way? You know what I mean? So,
Right.
yeah, please, yeah.
Yeah. I agree with both of you ladies. Like this is what you call the definition of trailer trash. If she is in the trailer, she's trash, like straight up trash. And it's just unfortunate because we know and hear about so many of those stories, right? Of women having children young and not teaching them anything because they don't know none. Right? They probably grew up in a trifling environment. So what they going to teach the next child? The unfortunate thing is that it's just the cycle that keeps going. they may have been dropped off when they were 16 years old, 17 years old, and had to figure it out. So now they just repeating the cycle over and over. And I think that's what's going on with her and Kimmy here, that she's just doing the same thing. And now she's trying to do the same thing to Sylvie, which is unfortunate. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, people can only do what they know how to do. They can learn something different if they want to, but she don't want to learn nothing, man. She terrible, trash. Okay. All right. So we get the phone call. Yo, my man, he got a car for us. And look at that car, man. She really, like, are you telling me that a BBL could do that to that car right there? Like, are you serious? Because that body is the one that was like hit by that car right there. Did all that damage on that car. Crazy.
Yeah, but when you hit another car,
yeah,
it's bound to tear it up. And regardless of how much cushion body had, it wasn't enough to stop her from running into that other car. So,
and she was burning rubber too. Jesus. Okay. All right, here we are, meeting at the house. Here's the house meeting. All right, trying to figure it out. You know, who did what? Was it Norman? Was it Charles? Do we know? What do you know, Jules? What do you know, Jules? Yeah, we got the watch. We got this, we got that. They're trying to figure it out. But everybody looking at each other real sus right now. You know what I'm saying? But here comes Olivia, boy. And Olivia is like, man, they killed my son. Norman did it. I know he did it. And I saw the fire and I saw the bullet holes in the car. And Horace is like, how you know that? She's like, I got resources, man. Come on, man. You know what I mean? And they going back and forth. Mallory again, trying to keep the peace. Come on, guys, please. What am I missing here? What are you trying to say? You saying what? Norman is terrible? Oh, I can't believe she is so like fake. She is so fake, man. Super fake. And man, this was funny right here because so Olivia is saying that Norman did it, and Jules is like, nah, we don't know that. And she's like, what? And she moves Vanney aside. She's like, you gonna say that to me? He's like, no. She's like, yeah, you don't, because you don't have any balls. And she grabbed him by the balls. I'm like, oh.
Literally.
He's like, Olivia, please. I was like, dang, she is crazy.
Yep.
Crazy.
I'm gonna say real quick. I'm sorry, Jay. I just want to say real quick. I love that somebody got a little bit of control over Jules, because he's just so low down and dirty to women, to the women at the club, and I was just so excited that Olivia just snatched him up. I was happy for that moment.
Oh yeah. Any thoughts, Letitia?
No, this is one of the ones that I didn't actually see it. I was listening to it.
Okay.
So when I go back to watch it again, but I see his face here. So that is hilarious. And I feel the same way. I'm glad somebody taking control, because clearly they know not to mess with her.
But just a little funny here. I don't know if you guys observe right there in the middle. You see Vanney, he looking like, oh, can you grab mine too?
Nah, he looking like, please don't come over here and mess with me. That's what he looking like.
That's what he looking like.
I'm gonna just stay in my lane.
She pushed him around a couple. She's like, get out the way. She moved him around.
And she is so little. Like,
right.
She's so little towards these two big towering men over her. And she just like, get the hell out the way.
But that's how mamas are. We just gonna move right. Yes, mama. We ain't gonna push back at all, right?
Exactly.
Right. So now here we go. Here we go, Roy now making it about him. What y'all looking at? Why you looking at me like that? Oh, you wish it was me that was in that car? Is that what you trying to say? And she's like, yo, just lay off, just chill, like let it go. We ain't saying all of that. You looking at me the same way daddy looking at me, And then they go into it and he starts getting into himself. I don't know if this is just like a self, I don't know what the word is. It's not indulgence. It's just like you making it all about yourself at this point. You know what I mean? So what, they looking at you? So what? Like, what would make you think that they're thinking that? You guys have any thoughts on that?
Because he be a bag of boo-boo and need to be the one that was in that car. But can I also say, Jay, the whole time, nobody actually called Charles's phone.
Thank you.
Not one person. Like, y'all not gonna call first, verify, but
Yeah. I think they assume that everything was in the car with them, right? That's what they assume, maybe. Yeah.
But if they could find a watch, they could find a piece of a phone too.
True. If anything.
They got his number.
Yeah, go ahead, Letitia.
Okay, so I feel a little bit different. And the word I think you were looking for is self-absorbed.
There you go.
But I think a little bit differently for this. Maybe yes, he did start off making it about himself. However, the speech he gave though, his monologue was just it was touching. I'll say that. And it actually spoke to what you had said at the last part of the season, Jay, about well, we both talked about this, about how he's hurting. This is the first time we've heard him actually spill his guts about how he's actually feeling and how the parenting affected him and why mama throwing, daggers literally. He was telling the truth. Y'all do suck as parents.
Right.
Clearly you had been, because look at the product of your two children. The rich, spoiled, they cannot they don't do anything, they don't contribute to anything. They are, they could be better, but you contributed to them not being. And then you just dog them all the time. So I actually felt bad for him here. And it made me see him in a different light. Like, okay, Roy, I see you. I
Got
see
you.
you. He need a real hug, not the little fake one that Mallory was.
Oh, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. Yes, I totally agree with you. I do remember our conversation about him being hurt and just lashing out through alcohol and through sex and through everything else. And I think this was his moment because he had a sober mind, right? And he was emotional because of Charles. And he was even more emotional because of the way they were kind of sending the vibe, like, we wish it was you. We wish it was you. As I could feel it. I could feel it. Like, they looking at him like, what are you doing here? Like, you should be out of here. And he said, y'all was giving more love to Charles than me. So that's another aha moment. Like, oh, okay, now we really seeing how he feels and how it probably was. Tika, you got anything?
No, y'all said it.
We getting it.
Okay. Well stated.
So I didn't know she was like a sharpshooter like that, man.
Okay.
I mean, we find out a lot about Olivia here. Like, she be, she got the little young boys, you know what I mean? She smoking shit, she letting the girls out. Like, she all around type of woman, you know what I'm saying?
She's definitely a gangster.
She's experienced, right? Right. So she throws a knife at him. She said, I missed on purpose. Next time I ain't gonna miss. Like, she is just badass, okay? Badass. I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing in this case, right? But again, Mallory's just sitting there. So this is the part you was talking about, Letitia. You want to talk more about it? You want to give a response to her just going out there and be like, yeah, I'm just coming out here because your parents are watching and I want them to think that I give a shit.
That's exactly what I was about to say. She thinks she's just doing this for show. She even, when she hugged him, she actually said, oh, I don't love you very much. Like, really. She didn't have to. My thing is, it's one thing to just be, okay, I don't like you. One thing, okay, even if I can't stand you.
Yeah.
But she is intentionally cruel.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I don't understand how that helps anything.
But he gives it right back, though. He gives it right back. He was like, yo, just get the F out of my face. I don't want you here. So they're both on kind of like that same level of, yeah, I know why you're here. Why are you here? Get out my face. So he was giving it to her first, like, why are you here? So of course she's like, yeah, I'm just here, just playing a role. I don't like you. I don't even love you.
I know, but his responses don't hit like her jabs. They're just nasty. I mean, I need a harsher word for that. She's just like, I literally don't give a flying fig about you. Period. At all.
Man.
Yeah, we learned that in part 1 that she didn't care about him at all. She's just there for the money. She somewhat likes Horace, but for the most part, she could care less about any and everything else. She's there for the money. Right. And she knows that if she walks away from Charles, all of that fame and that power, I should say, that she possesses will go out the window.
Walks away from Roy. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Roy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah. I mean, she knows how to play the game, right? So because she knows how to play the game very, very well, to the point that she is pretty much, she's not related to them. She is an in-law So how do you go from being an in-law to now the CEO and face of the company? You had to know how to work your way into the family and into the good graces of Horace and, even Norman, you know what I mean? For you to get to this point where you're running the show along with Horace, so she knows how to play the game. It's just terrible to see the fugaziness of her actions. Okay.
I just really thought that under these circumstances, she would have a little bit of
Compassion.
compassion. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
And I guess not.
Mallory is a psychopath.
She
Like
is.
who knows what actual trauma or what she actually endured in life. And then to come around a family such as the what are their last names? The Bellarys, and I said it earlier. See, my brain be clicking in and out.
I got you
but to come around a family so harsh and cold as the Bellarys, it's like you got to do what you got to do to keep up with them. If not, you're gonna fall behind. So
it's everybody got to know how to play the game. Okay, you play either on the same team in a genuine way, or you gonna fake your way to the top, as they say, which is I hate that way. I don't like that way because it's like eventually, what's fake and what's undercover, what's in the dark will come to light, and we're gonna see who you truly are and be like, get the out of here. Okay, so next one. Let's go on to the next. All right, the guys, Angel try to talk to the guy to get a car, whatever. She's on the phone, right? She's making phone calls. She's trying to call here, call there. And then she gets a call from her girl. What's her girl name again? We refreshing. Y'all remember her name?
Rain.
That's right. Rain. And Kimmy, she's on a rampage right now. She's like, yo, F that. I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna do this. I need Belinda's address. I'm gonna give it to you, but you can't go over there. You promise? No, yeah, whatever. Just give me the address. Like she is even bossing Rain around. She's like, all right, calm down. I know how you get. You're getting crazy right now. You're getting crazy. Let me talk to Angel. Nah, he talking to somebody right now. I hold on 1 second. She goes on the other line and she calls Angel on his phone just to get her to calm down and get him to calm her down. And this was just wild going back and forth, man. We are seeing a whole different side of Kimmy I've never seen before. And it makes sense, though. It makes sense when it comes down to family. You're going to do anything for your family. Just like y'all going to do anything for your daughters, your sons. I would do anything for my niece, my nephew. Like, I would be in the same mode, So what do you think about this scene right here? Anything? Any thoughts?
Just that Rain knows her friend. She knows there's no coming back right now. It takes her a long time to get to the mad point, but when she's there, it's no calming her down. But they need to try because again, she's being irrational.
Yeah, she's off the meat rack right now. Off the meat rack. Okay. All right. Here we go. Well, this is the point where we see your boy Vanney. He almost gives up information pertaining to his relationship with Charles. She's trying to console him. He's like, yo, it's a lot going on. Usually in times like this, when we grieve, the way we get through it is we do tasks, right? So he's like, okay, let me go get his suit, for the funeral. She's like, yeah, I was going to ask you to do that. Do you need a key? No, I already got one. What do you mean you already got one? I mean, I know where the key is. Like, and she still don't get it. She's still not picking. Maybe she is picking up and she's just not letting us know it. What do you think about this whole scene right here? He was getting a little emotional, right? What do you think? I'll start with you, Tika.
I was just like, what y'all gonna bury? If he burnt up crispy, what is there left to put a suit on? What? Please explain to me. If in the way that how long they let that car burn, ain't gonna be nobody. But anyway, I understood he was just trying to think of things to do to kind of somewhat take it off of his mind. Yeah. But yeah, that was the first thing, my real reaction. Like, what y'all gonna bury?
Oh my gosh.
If anything, you need to get an urn so you can put him in, but
right.
That is a great point.
That is hilarious. Oh my gosh. Ooh, I think that for the record though, I think Mallory does already know because she knows a lot more than she
Yeah.
ever lets on. So just
Yeah.
hilarious. Whew.
Oh yeah. She definitely
Yeah.
she knows a lot, and like I said, man, she knows how to play the game. So when you know a lot of stuff, it's not good to let people know that you know. You know what I mean? You need to play as dumb as possible. Like, oh, for real? That's how you get more information. Unfortunately, that's how the
Yep.
game works. It's like if you act like you don't know what you're talking about, then people will volunteer information to you and then be like, oh, okay, thank you. And then it's like you didn't even have to ask. A lot of
Right.
times you don't have to ask, and people just because they see you as a genuine person or they see you as a person they could talk to, they'll give up the information voluntarily. But again, I think she does know because, okay, let's take it back. You remember when she tried to come on to him? Remember all of that? And when he denied her, I think at that point she knew that this dude was playing for the other team. You know what I'm saying? She just didn't know it was Charles. You know what I
Right.
mean? So, okay. Any other thoughts? Any other thoughts?
Mm.
Okay. All right.
Sorry, y'all.
So he goes to Charles's house, right? That was a nice house, first and foremost. That house
So
was
nice.
It
dope.
was. He sat
Oh,
on that couch. I was like, oh my gosh, that is gorgeous.
yeah. That's why I took that pic, man. You know, when he walked in the door, you know, the open space, the open kitchen, man, that house is live. I was like, dang, that's a lot of money right there. But he sits down, he's getting emotional. He's like, I can't believe my man is gone. And then we see this shadow, this silhouette walk by. Didn't look like Charles, but kind of looked like Charles. And it was like, what the hell? Right? So he goes back and forth, back and forth. And then he finally comes to the couch. And Vanney jumps back like, oh shit. Like he's seen a ghost. He's like, what the hell? He's like, whoa, what's going on? Huh? What happened? What happened? Charles is like, what happened? Who? What? It was funny to me. But I mean, did you figure that that was Charles at that point? You know, I
Yeah.
told Tika.
I mean, I honestly didn't know, but again, nobody had picked up the phone to try to call Charles.
Mhm.
And right now it just appeared to have been Charles in that vehicle. So when he made his way on around the bend and into the room with
Yeah.
Von, I was like, okay, all right there. And I was kind of excited because I got a thing for Stephen Norfleet. I know he ain't on my team, but I still got a
Mhm.
thing for him.
Oh yeah.
So I was just like, okay, all right, then you back. Okay, that's why you didn't want to come to the show last time because you didn't want to tell what was going on.
That's
Okay,
right.
I
That's
got
right.
you.
Sexy though. Oh, he's sexy though.
So sexy.
He was like, Jigga. That's so
right.
hilarious.
Right.
I knew it was him because all along I was like, he is not gone, he is not gone. I said, they looking I said, why they ain't bothered looking at the house at all, like you along the lines of calling. You ain't called him, you ain't went by the house to check. You just don't know where he is. You just assumed he was in there. I guess it didn't make sense. I mean, you would assume who else would have he loved that car. He would never let nobody drive that car. Well, that car was stolen. So they didn't know that part. But yeah, when he walked by the first time, I was like, did you see him? Did you see somebody that silhouette? And then when he
Right.
came back around, I said, oh, that whole scene was hilarious
It
though.
was.
He was
It
like,
was.
oh, and all the while Charles like, what's up? What's going on? What's going on?
He
He's
was like, huh?
scared too.
What's
That
up?
was a mess.
He's like, what happened? What? He had no idea. But shout out to Stephen Norfleet again. We did have him on the Ruthless Roundtable, so he is an official Ruthless Roundtable member. And he
Absolutely.
came and chopped it up with us, talking about Ruthless and his character, Lewis. But this is how I knew he wasn't going. Can I show you? Can I show you how I knew he wasn't going? Real quick.
Yes.
Real quick. I'm going to show you real quick. Let me go back real quick. I'm going to go back in the slides, and you're going to see right here in this slide right here that I knew he was not gone at all. Okay, you ready? So it's coming up. It's coming up, right? Right about here. Stephen G. Norfleet. Right there.
Oh, with the credits.
With the credits right there. So I
That
knew. Yeah. I
could have
knew
been a flashback.
he could have been like a ghost or whatever, right. But I was like, nah, I knew he wasn't gonna be out of here. You know what I'm saying? That's how I knew. I was like, yeah, he's still alive. He's still alive. So I just kept it moving. But anyway, yeah, go ahead.
I'm just saying our consensus the last time was that it was Salvo anyway.
Right.
So we knew he was gonna show up. We know when and we didn't know how because nobody bothered to go to his house to look for him. But here
Exactly.
he is.
Right. But then he explains how it was some girl that drugged him and stole his stuff and stole his car. Right. So I don't know if the girl was down with Salvo, whatever the case was. Maybe Salvo was in that car and he was wearing the watch or whatever. But what he said to Vanney was, oh, some girl drugged me up or whatever, and then stole from me and then took the car. So
Do you think he said girl though, because he was talking to Vanney, didn't want Vanney to know that he was trying to bring Salvo home?
that's possible. Very possible. To cover himself. Yeah. That makes sense. Good thinking, Letitia. Okay, look at you.
Yeah, out here lying.
You got your scamming hat on. You got your scamming hat. That's what scammers would do. Be like, yeah, you know, nah, it was a girl, because I know you my man, right?
So we watch enough Tyler Perry to know.
Tyler Perry, Power, all the shows, right? All the
like
criminals. You start right, exactly. You start thinking like the criminals that they are. But this was funny, man. And then he was like, I need to call, you know, your peoples because they love you. He's like, man, they don't love me. You know what I'm saying? He's like, you know what? They already think I'm gone. Why don't we just let them suffer even more?
A little longer.
I was like, you ain't right, Charles. You're not right for that. You're not right for that. You know, but
that didn't surprise me though, because Charles just is like, he just there for the money that his family give him. He probably get a monthly stipend every month because we haven't seen him go to work, pick up a book, read nothing. All we see is him partying. So for him to just continue with the game, he probably in his mind was probably thinking of another way to make them suffer even more. Simply because who knows what they mom and daddy put them through growing up.
Yeah. And he knows that they don't like him like that. You know what I'm saying? The mother loves him. The mother loves him, but he knows Horace really don't like him. Horace is like, we talked about it before, how, you know, Charles is what Horace wants to be because Charles is undercover. And I mean, not Horace is undercover and Charles is like openly gay, openly just doing whatever he wants to do. And Horace can't do that because he's from the old school. And in the old school, if you told somebody that you was that, then you be banned or whatever back in the day. You know what I mean?
Beat, unalived,
right. All of that. So that's why he's moving the way he's moving. You know what I mean? Yep. All right, we getting down to it. Here we go. The last scene in episode 9, man. This was the craziest. So your girl Kimmy went back on her word. You know, yeah, I'm not gonna go to the house. Just give me the address. Come on. Rain, you gotta know better. That's your friend. You known her for 5, 6, 7 years. You know she is not going go to get her sister. Okay, you already know that, right? So she get out the car. Angel's like, "Where you going? What you doing? Nah, don't do that. Don't right. She get out with the shotty. The Linda, I don't know what she doing. She making a cheese sandwich. Who knows what she doing? I don't know. She doing whatever she's making. I don't know what she doing, right? So she throw a chair through the glass door. I know I'm the master of sound effects. Right? So the Linda like, what the hell? She come through the door, boom, boom, like the Terminator. Where's my sister? I'm like, oh, let's go, right? So I'm getting hyped. This is the action part that I like, you know what I mean? Boom, so they get to a fight, they're going back and forth. I'm surprised she should have just popped in the leg or something and just maimed her real quick just so she can get the answers. Nah, they going back and forth. Angel want to run up in there late as always, right? Then he want to get on to Linda like, tell us where she is. Tell us where she is. And the Linda talking wild crap. Like, who do you think you are? You just a regular stripper and you lied that you was a nurse. You know what I'm saying? Now your sister going to go through the same thing. Who do you think you are? You ain't Wonder Woman. Man, this is a crazy ass scene. Before we get to the end part though, what's going through your mind? I'm going to start with you, Letitia, at this point. What are you feeling? What's your emotion at this point?
Well, I mean, it was intense and it was moving kind of fast. I was like, oh, Lord. And I just can't believe that Linda was really sitting there talking all that crap with that. She had a big old, I mean, she had heavy artillery. That is just crazy. I was like, okay, girl, I just told him wherever. And then also, FYI, she did not go back on her word. Rain did not want her to go to Horace's house, not Delinda's, because remember she's the one who provided Delinda's address anyway. So then she knew they was going to Delinda's because that's where she thought Sylvie was. So, and then I don't know what Angel thought he was doing. I mean, boy, either get on board or get off board. You literally drove her there, and then you tell us, "What you doing? Where you going? Where you think she going? What you think she doing?" You sound crazy. And then finally, but he did try to get his little lick in. He had his arm up against her, her neck. But woo, yeah. She was talking mad crap.
Yeah, she was. Let's see, Tika.
I was yelling, "This is for all my strippers who been slapped around by Delinda. Get her." Choke her, knock her out. But I wanted, of course, Delinda, she was ride or die. She ain't revealing no information. So I was, I didn't think it was gonna be to the dome, but she got popped like a bag of popcorn.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's exactly what happened. She was talking crap, talking this, talking that. I mean, you look at Kimmy's face. Look at Kimmy's face right there in that top left corner. She is just like, yo, I'm about to do something crazy because this lady keep talking all this crap and she ain't giving me what I want. And she ain't gonna give it to me. Even with Angel got the elbow, got the forearm on her, she still ain't gonna give it up. Pow, yo, pow. I was like, wow.
But it wasn't until she said that last thing, though. I mean,
what was the last thing she said?
It's one thing for you to not give up the information. Because, girl, she could have just been like, I don't know. I don't know where your sister is. Instead, she says, oh, my ear fell off. Because it's trying to get in and
getting excited, boy.
I mean, instead, she said some stuff about her sister getting pounded by a group of men or whatever. And it's just like, no, you did not in that moment. And Kimmy just
lost it.
Lost it.
Would you have lost it? Would y'all lost it? Would y'all have caught your first body?
Pretty sure. First, second, third, fourth. Oh, I don't play by my kids. I don't play by my nieces and nephews. Yeah, right. Go ahead.
Okay.
We definitely would have been up in there fighting.
Yeah. Look at Angel, boy. Oh, I can't believe it. Yo, he's so soft to me, dog. Like, why? Like, I would think different, man. Like, the way that he acts sometimes, he act like he, like he about that life, but he ain't about none of that. He just a scammer, undercover, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But he was jumping back like, oh my God. Kimmy just like, yeah, that's what you get. That's what you get. Look at that. That's the scene right there. Man, oh man.
Jay, Angel just trying not to be deported, okay?
I know, right? I know. He's just trying to get by. He's just trying to still watches, dance for old men and whatever, right? He's just trying to get by. But this is it. This is the last scene right here. Any thoughts on this last scene right here with your girl? Any last thoughts?
I was just applauding the fact that she took her out. Yeah. She didn't get any real answers at the moment, but she still took her out. So, I was just excited about that.
Yeah.
Same. Even though I did like Delinda, I thought she was funny. But
you thought she was funny?
Move, bitch.
Yeah.
Telling somebody to move.
Yeah, she definitely was the comedy relief, right? Yeah. She definitely was with Body, going back and forth with Body like that. But Body gone, Delinda's gone. It's a wrap. We still don't know where Sylvie is, but we gonna find out one way or another. We gonna have to get who you think is next. Who you think she's gonna go see next as we fade to black? Who is Kimmy gonna go see next? I'll start with you, Letitia.
Jules.
Ooh. Jules. And what is gonna happen? What is gonna happen when she sees Jules? Is she going to take the shotty for the body with her up on Jules?
She better.
Okay. Tika, who is Kimmy going to go see next? Because I purposely did not watch the second episode or the 10th episode just so I could be on point with this one.
Shit. Who she need to go see? Did she see her mama in this one?
She called her. She didn't see her.
Okay, so that's who she need to go see so she can get some answers. Bust her ass upside the head. Bust her behind upside the head if she can. But that's who I think she needs to go see. I don't know. I haven't watched the second one. I'm not all the way. I was dozing and missing some stuff, so that's why I can't talk too much about the second one. But the first one, she need to go see somebody or go see Horace. Get some money so he can help her. Like Horace, you know, he got some resources.
So. He does. May not be a good time for Horace until he finds out that his son is still alive, because he waged war against Norman. Remember, you know, this is war. I was like, oh, all right, Horace, with that Kane, Big Daddy Kane. All right, okay, all right. So again, we will be back to do our first reaction live discussion for episode 10. Look out for that. Stay tuned as we get it scheduled and lock it in. Whoever's going to host that, we're going to talk about all that. Whoever's going to go in with that, it's going to be popping. And yeah, we got more lives going on tonight, so we're going to get it started. Let the people know what's going on. We're going to start with you, Letitia. What's the next live that you about to jump on?
Oh, we're going to New Orleans.
All right.
Going to New Orleans this evening, but y'all check in right at 8:15 because Tika and EJ are going to be up there talking first, and then the crew's going to come in at about 9:15 along with some other folks.
All right.
Excited.
Lock in. All right. Tika, anything else going on with you?
Just like Letitia said, I'll be tapped in, locked in at 8:15 to do a countdown show with my girl EJ, the TV Junkie, on Family Business Nola. I like to say Nola. And then after that, it'll be a group discussion, and y'all come through because you never know who's gonna stop by. It's the Family Business New Orleans, y'all, and that's all I got for tonight. If I'm up, Jay, I'll try to hop on with Kanan, but it's been a long day.
We'll see. But that's what it is. That's what it is tonight. Right after Raising Kanan comes back with the first episode of season 4, I will be doing the first reaction to that at 1:10 Eastern Standard Time. So if you up, you want to talk about it, you want to give your first reactions, want to give your rating, your boy will be up doing that with y'all. All right, family. And then, of course, I just dropped my season finale recap on Family Business New Orleans, so definitely check that out. You know what I mean? Had my man Dice check in. Dice, you know, that plays the security guard. He actually checked in the chat. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Dice. You know what I mean?
Dice.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And yeah, we got a whole lot of things coming up. So Raising Kanan, and then get ready next Wednesday, we got the final predictions for Tyler Perry's Ruthless season 5B. So get ready for that, man. We got a whole lot of stuff coming. March Madness is here, family. All right, we appreciate you all for coming through. Thank you, Tika. Thank you, Letitia.
Make sure y'all check out that replay game on that Oval conversation that Jay and I had with Sam, okay, aka Walter Fauntleroy. Make sure y'all head over to both the channels. It don't matter what channel you watch it on. Just go check it out. Run them numbers up.
That's right. Shout out to all of our members, all of our new members, existing members. Salute to you guys. Thank you so much. And shout out to the replay gang. If you out there, you watching the replay, put hashtag replay. You already know how we do. We appreciate you all. And until next time.
VACAYJTV.